Hey guys, it's Digimon45 here, and I'm going to do my first impressions on Digimon Cross Wars. And all you don't know, this is the 6th season of Digimon. It's been out for a few months now. So far there's 29 episodes. This week it's going to be the 30th episode, so I said why not do a first impressions video on it. So, Digimon Cross Wars is basically a story of a kid known as Taiki Kudo and his two other friends, which I'm sorry I can't remember right now. And basically they live average lives in Tokyo. And until one day Taiki hears a mysterious voice calling out to him, which happens to be his main partner, Saltamon. And later he goes and follows the voice and sees Saltamon with what we see as the crossloader. And when they see Saltamon, Taiki helps him out and then ends up being transported into the digital world along with his two other friends. And so basically when they enter the digital world, Taiki learns that there's a war going on between the Bagura army, which is the leading force who controls an evil army of Digimon that want to collect all what is known as the code crowns, which are basically a symbol of leadership throughout all the different types of zones in the digital world. And right now there are three armies. There's Crossheart, which is Taiki's army, which consists of Saltamon, Ballistamon, Dolomon, and Starmon. Those are the main Digimon that goes with the Digicross. I'm gone a little bit. And basically everybody wants to help Saltamon become the Digimon King. And basically the Crossheart's goal is to go and help whoever they can, and they really don't mind anybody who helps them out or wants to join Crossheart. And then there's another army out there known as Blue Flare, which is one of my favorites actually. Which is the general is Kira with a blue crossloader. And basically, as you can see from the picture, his main partner is Greymon. Now this Greymon is actually different from the original Greymons, because if you remember from season 2, when Metal Greymon looked like this, when the blue Metal Greymon, it's basically this design but with like Geo Greymon's head. So I thought it was pretty cool they brought back Greymon. And basically the Blue Flare is a cold-blooded army. This consists of Greymon, Male Birdramon, Decadramon, Cyberdramon, and a whole bunch of blue dinosaur Digimon. That's mainly like the main army-like force. And then there's the Twilight team, which is basically the most mysterious because it was first run by a girl known as Nene, and she had a black crossloader, but really a true mastermind behind the whole team was Dark Nightmon, which is a Digicross of Skull Nightmon, who was really behind the scenes, and his sworn brother Deadly Axemon. So basically their intentions are not to gather the code crowns, but yet they want to basically become, well, Skull Nightmon wants to be known as the strongest throughout the digital world. And so far I have to say the series is pretty good. It's really better than the 4th and 5th seasons, because let's face it, the 4th season it was boring. The 5th season was just like how the Digimon go from all that to like them being cops, which I didn't really get at all. Like I liked the different Digimon there, but the story was really weird. And so basically, now a lot of fans out there, well, Digimon fans that since the season 1 might be disappointed because there's no Digivolving in this Digimon series, but a new concept known as Digicross, which is basically when you're combining different Digimon to become one powerful Digimon. For instance, for Saltamon, he combines with Ballistamon, Dolomon, and he carries Saltamon Cross 3, and with different types of people when they have such as like members of the team like Nightmon, Beelzemon. Oh, speaking of Beelzemon, I was so glad that they actually put back Beelzemon because fun. Sorry about that. I'm really glad they put Beelzemon there, because really Beelzemon was one of my favorites in Tamers, and then he kept getting better, especially in Buster mode. And when I saw his new version in 2010, I was just ecstatic. I was glad to see Beelzemon back. And it was good to see Nightmon, because Nightmon was really more like a lackey throughout the whole seasons, and now him as like a main character throughout the in a team is pretty good, cool. And basically, I like the Digicrossing, and they did really well with the teaming. I'm gonna explain why, because they don't forget about certain Digimon. Like, they don't just go to one. Like, say they have like for instance, there's a Digimon known as Deputymon or Revolvermon in Japanese. And basically, you would think, oh, he's gonna be left behind. Like, they're gonna show him once, but they really are good at showing him again. But Digicrossing would be Elzamon. So the creators of this series did really well in making sure they show all the Digimon at a good amount of pace of time. And what else I have to say about this? Digicrossing is really good, and it really makes up for the Digivolving. So if you're disappointed with not seeing Digimon Digivolve, trust me, seeing the Digicrosses are pretty cool. Except for, well, I'm not gonna say it because some of you guys might not have watched the series or watched the episodes yet. But really, if you haven't seen this anime, you should really see it. It's pretty good. And basically, and they also have a new concept actually that Taiki can use, which is known as Digimemory, which basically lets Taiki use different moves from legendary Digimon. And some examples they have used so far are stuff as Agumon, Garurumon, Metal Greymon, Lithiumon. So different like the old school characters they have used. They use Guilmon too. But the one thing though that I guess kind of weirds me out throughout the anime is that certain Digimon that we know from high class like profiles aren't really like that big of a part. Like for instance, like you'll see Digimon like Lucymon, who was kind of a threat in the episode they played in, but you really didn't get that vibe of Lucymon being like that dangerous. If you remember from the fourth season, he was like one of the strongest Digimon. And also you see Digimon like Ancient Volcanomon and Marukimon, yeah, the Mara guy, yeah, that's him. And you just see different other Digimon that used to have a high status in the other seasons, and they just seem like common Digimon. So that's the only thing I have to say is weird. But really, so far in the latest episode, if you haven't watched it, then don't listen to it. But basically, it was a showdown between one of the generals, three main generals of the Bagura army, known as Takmon, and it was a full-out war battle between him and the army of Blue Flare and Crossheart. And that battle was really, really good. They did that battle really well. And then during the end of that battle, after they beat Takmon, Baguramon, this is the whole leader, the king, I guess you can say, comes in and swoops in and takes all the crowns, and then he basically sends Taiki and his friends back to the human world, Tokyo. And if you see the preview of episode 30, you'll actually see that Taiki finds a Digimemory in the real world, and it's actually Omnimon, who we all know. Excuse me. Who we all know is like a legend. He's the fusion of War Greymon and Metal Garurumon. Like, who doesn't love Omnimon? So he has contributed to the story. Has to be interesting. But really, overall, this is a pretty decent Digimon series. I do enjoy it. It's way better than the 5th season and better than the 4th. But I have to say, it's brand new Digimon, brand new concept. It shows a whole bunch of like the moves, the great animations in this anime, and great theme music. I have to say, if you haven't listened to some of the OSTs, how that's I saying, the music themes, you should, because they're really good, and they fit really well with the anime, like fighting scenes and whatnot. And a lot of epic moments are here in this part, so I have to say, this is a Digimon series to watch. So anyways, this is my anime impressions, my first impressions on Digimon Cross Wars, the 6th season of Digimon. If you guys haven't watched it, you should start watching it on sub. It's really good. But I know that when it comes to America, the dub is probably going to be terrible. Just by seeing, like, the Japanese voices are fine, just I already know America has a history with ruining the dub. Anyways, that's my review. I'll see you guys later with another video, probably later on, a few days, who knows. So comment, subscribe, rate, especially comment. I want to see you guys think of this Digimon series. And yeah, that's my review. See you guys later. Peace.